Hi, I'm Dr. Joy Watson, and I live with young onset dementia. And one of my hobbies is to be part of a reporting team in all the areas in Manchester. So when I heard of your project, if that's what you refer to it to, is that what?
Yeah, it's I suppose it's the Barbara Project, would we say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so when I heard of that, I thought, yeah, that could be something that I could report on for the whole of Manchester.
So my name is Mark, and I'm working with Jenny and Tom. I'll let you introduce yourselves properly in a moment. Yeah. But we're working on the Barbara Project, which is very loosely based around my grandma Barbara, and it's an evening in with Barbara, a performance in which Barbara teaches you the correct etiquette for conversation, including an introduction, which was very good, Joy, and also gives you lots of crumpets during the show and lots of music.
Wow, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to carry on with this interview.
You want a crumpet, don't you, Joy? Yeah, we'll give you a crumpet. And we're also doing some engagement work, aren't we, Jen? Do you want to explain a bit more?
Yeah, so I'm Jenny, and my background and the sort of performances and artwork that I tend to make tends to not happen in theatres and tends to be in public spaces. So when Mark and Tom were making the performance Barbara the show, they asked if I could be involved because they fancied doing kind of pop-up events that took place in and around the streets, just to kind of involve unsuspecting audience members, really, to get involved. And then I'm also kind of in and around the show to help welcome people in before they go to the theatre.
Oh, right, yeah. Can you just elaborate a bit on the pop-up, because I'm not familiar with that sort of setup.
Yeah, so it's a performance, I guess, that just pops up. It kind of it's the idea that it's quite an easy, quick setup, and it lasts for kind of a short amount of time, and then it goes away again. So we're going to be in and around Chorlton. We'll do a 10-minute performance to people, and then we'll move on to somebody else, and we'll do a 10-minute performance to somebody else. So it's kind of one of those it feels quite light touch, and it feels quite easy to set up and quite portable, and it appears and then it goes away again, I guess.
Oh, thank you. That explains a lot more than I was understanding. So I might just pop along and see what happens, see for myself. And I understand you're...
I'm Tom. Yes, hello. So I am playing the piano in the show, and I'm...
So you don't take the piano onto the street of Chorlton, no?
I don't take the piano, but I do have a very exciting children's piano that I take with me, which I think is called a keytar. So you hold it like a guitar and you play it like that. So it's a very portable version of a piano for the pop-up. So when we do the pop-up performances, I play a very different character called B, and in the show that we're doing, I play Bernard, who is Barbara's husband, and he provides all of the piano accompaniment for her sparkling song for the evening.
How have you found, in your preparation, how have you found getting that balance of it being interactive and having the serious side, but also the funny side, for want of a better word?
Well, firstly, I think the funny side comes quite naturally because Barbara, or at least the version of Barbara I'm playing, is quite comical. She's a very kind of prim and proper lady, and she sees the humour in herself as well. So that comes very much from Barbara. But there is a serious side to the story of the real Barbara's journey, and living with dementia for Barbara was a very different experience to a lot of other people's experience of living with dementia. It progressed very quickly. So the story we tell has quite an emotional journey to it. and we try to get the balance by showing all different sides, not just focusing on the heartbreaking bits, you know, giving the light-heartedness to Barbara as a character. And Bernard does very well at helping with that. The character Bernard, her fictional husband, he becomes a little bit of a punching bag for Barbara. You know, she's very much like, Bernard, you're not doing it correctly, you know. It's funny that way, I think. A bit camp, isn't it? It's been bringing the campness back.